Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, as always. I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Woo! All right, we got day number 2 of OTAs in the books. What do we have? What do we have? We have James Washington in a walking boot without having any details of why he's in the walking boot. Okay? We don't know exactly why he's in the walking boot. We just know he's in a walking boot. But says he will be ready. He will be ready come to time for minicamp. Minicamp comes around in June. He's going to be good to go. So there's that. Tyron Smith didn't practice because of back soreness, tightness, back issues. We had Tyler Smith as the backup to Connor McGovern. And some of that may be the slice of humble pie. The slice of humble pie to let them know that you've not been anointed as the guy. We got Sam, sometimes D. Williams, as 50-1 odds to win Defensive Player of the Year. So if you are in Vegas or have the app and stuff, if you put $100 on that, you will win $5,000. It's not a bad bet. It really isn't a bad bet because you think about Sam Williams being there with Dan Quinn, who really wanted the guy, and Sam Williams really wanting to be there with Dan Quinn, that might actually be a good match. That might be a really good match. We got DeMarcus Lawrence condemning the killings at the elementary school, but also saying that his goals for this year is to be the sack leader on the team and take that mantle from the former rookie, Micah Parsons, who had 13. I would absolutely positively love that myself. I think that would be outstanding. I really do. I really and truly think it would be incredible. I just would love that. Then we have Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott says he is completely healed and is throwing dimes. Not like Danny Dimes throws. Danny Dimes is more like a wooden nickel. That's really what Danny Dimes is throwing is wooden nickels, okay? But Dak Prescott looks quick, looks sharp, looks like he's ready to roll. We got Ceedee Lamb. Ceedee Lamb has apparently put on 10 pounds of weight and grown a half-inch taller. See, I'm at the point in my life where I'm getting shorter. I mean, seriously. You get shorter as you get older. Your ears grow, your balls sag, and you get shorter. But CD, dude got a half-inch taller. Growth spurt in his 20s? It could happen. It could happen. And apparently it did. Let's see. Neville Gallimore, the big guy, he put on 15 pounds of muscle and says, nothing's going to break my stride. Nothing's going to slow me down. That he is going to be quietly becoming an assassin out there because he is hungry. He's hungry. I loved the clip last year before he got injured when they first got into the pads And the look on his face was like the look on my face when I see those chicken wings coming out the deep fryer. You know, they just golden brown. You know, this is when you smack them. You know, that was his exact quote. Pads go on. This is where you smack them. And I'm looking at them chicken wings, and I'm like, that's when I'm ready to smack them chicken wings. You know the look. You know the look. Let's see. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have? Um, 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 Tyron Smith. Did I say Tyron Smith? I think we said, okay. Yeah, we got Tyron Smith out the way. Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard. Um, used in the slot. Tony Pollard, at least in this early practice, and again, this is just we talking about practice, not a game now. We talking about practice, and this is OTA practice. This is where you want to have some fun and you want to put people in situations and see how they react. Doesn't mean that's what you're going to be doing during the season, especially since you got the press there actually taking pictures and film and everything else. So we have Tony Pollard in the slot. We have Ceedee Lamb, who grew a half an inch. We have Zeke Elliott, who was running 22 miles an hour. We have Marquez Bell, the undrafted rookie free agent, pick off a pass that was going to Tony Pollard from Cooper Rush. And we had Jerry Jones on the sidelines. Did I get it all? Oh, we also had Ceedee Lamb moving next to Dak Prescott's locker now that Amari Cooper's gone. I think that's it. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. And so we get teased now. We've had these 2 days here talk about, you know, it'll all be analyzed over the course of the next couple of days until next week when we have some more practices. But it's nice that we have some different looks, some different things to talk about. You know, is Kellen Moore going to be more dynamic? Does he realize that he's on the hot seat? What will Mike McCarthy do, knowing that he's on the hot seat? And then you got Dan Quinn, who's gotten all the new pieces and stuff there. He's got the old pieces to go there. You know, he's going to get to be the mad scientist and come up with some new drinks out there, you know, that are going to be knocking people out, you know? Kind of like that rum punch I used to make. Excuse me, not rum punch. Ooh, green punch I used to make in college in the trash can. That was some that was some stuff there. But anyway, I digress. So those are all the great things that we have to look forward to. The month of May. It's amazing how fast time flies. The house that me and my wife live in here, that we raised our 3 kids mostly, most of their time, here. We will have been, our anniversary of being here is 19 years. Memorial weekend. This weekend. 19 years. It's unbelievable. It's the longest I've been any place now. 19 years. So many memories and so many wonderful things that have happened here. And I'm blessed to have a home. Home is where you feel comfortable. You go away and you miss being at home. I love going places, but I always feel so good about coming home. Stuart, our buddy, we're going to his home. We're finally getting the plans together. It looks like June 11th we're going to start the process of leaving here and driving to Texas. So we'll get there sometime Sunday. News from Stuart. I started sharing a bit of this last night. And Stuart, I know you're watching, buddy. You know I love you. Stuart has gotten some news on his prognosis and his treatments. Stuart was thought to be going to the Anderson Clinic. When they first found out he has this cancer, that's in his liver. It's a different, it's not polyps, I guess, tumors that are on there. It's inoperable. So the doctors at Anderson Clinic have been talking about trying to figure out ways of treating it. Stuart's body has been through a lot. Stuart, Stuart, if I've gotten it wrong, my apologies, but Stuart has been paralyzed for about 16 years, I think. Has had arterial surgery because the blood flow wasn't going completely to his legs like they needed to, and had a couple of surgeries amputating half of his right foot off. He also had heart surgery this past summer as well, open heart surgery, and now, of course, the cancer. They sent him to a long-term treatment center to deal with wounds from bed sores, because they said they couldn't do the chemo until these sores are healed, because the chemo kills the bad cells, the good cells, and everything else, and you could get an infection and die because your body couldn't fight it because of the chemo. So the thought was he goes to the long-term care facility, gets the wound to heal, and then goes to Anderson Clinic. Well, Anderson Clinic doesn't know exactly how to treat it. And what's probably going to happen is they will be doing chemo locally for him. And his antibiotics that he's taking for the wounds, that's going to end around the 15th of June. In which case he will be transferred and going back home. He'll have a hospital bed at home, and we'll be having people come and work there at his house. And then after the wounds heal, he'll start to get some form of chemo or some form of treatment. So our goal is we want to go down and get there before Stuart gets out and surprise the heck out of him when he gets home. I've never met Stuart in person, but I feel like he's family because he's done so many things for the channel and beyond the channel. You know, Stuart is incredible as far as fantasy football. My wife, when she was working with United Way, they had a fantasy football league, and she's like, I need help with fantasy football. I said, well, don't look at me because I'm not the one. But Stuart jumped in and kicked ass. And I believe she won, either she took second or won the league. Then there's Michelle. Michelle, who lost her father early on in COVID, who's in Australia, the land down under. Now, I'm going to tell you, Stuart is a person who can talk a lot. Stuart, I can imagine when he's healthy, is one of those people that you have to literally walk away because they'll keep talking. They'll keep talking. I'm serious. Stuart loves to talk. He loves to talk. The only person that I know who can talk more than Stuart is Michelle in Australia. So the problem with the land down under, when you're going to bed, she's getting up. and vice versa. And Stuart, you know, Michelle said, "Oh, I need some help with fantasy football." And I said, "I got the guy for you, Stuart Morrison." And Stuart kicked ass on her fantasy football league and made her look great. So if you need help fantasy football, Stuart Morrison's the guy. So Stuart has done a lot of great things that have made my people look great because of his knowledge, expertise, and drive on fantasy football. But I, with the help of many of you, so many of you who donated, we're up to $5,800. Shout out to my man DMV for giving up his intestines, and I'm challenging him to possibly, because I really and truly want to do a lot there. So I want to try and raise as much money as we can so we can fix as many things as possible. So when Stuart gets out of that hospital, he can feel great about being home. Because home, there's nothing like coming home. And I know there's nothing more that Stuart wants right now than to be home with his dog, his cat, his mama, and talking about fantasy football. So that is my dream to fulfill. And I can't, excuse me, I can't wait. Caught a gnat or something. Ugh. I can't wait to get on the road and try and give back. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Tomorrow's already Thirsty Thursday. Time flies. 19 years here. 19 years. It's unbelievable. I appreciate y'all. And as always, make sure you tell someone you love that you love them. I love you guys. Stuart, brother, I definitely love you, man. God willing, I'll see y'all in the morning. Be safe out there. Peace.